Hey everyone, and welcome back after the Diwali and the New Year week we just had last week. And I'm sure you guys must have had a fantastic time with your family and friends during these festive holidays, and it's always wonderful. So now it's time to come back to our video stories, video narrations, which we started 3 weeks back. And these are all video podcast series about my book, Decennium of Thoughts. And as I told you, it has 19 stories, and we started 3 videos which were somewhere around the introduction of this book. And from today, this is video number 4, we are into week number 4. We'll start with the story, the first chapter. Now what I've decided is that we can go through chapter one by one, maybe every line, every paragraph, as if I am making an audio story, audio narration of the book. And the point, the moment wherein we see that we can extract some messages out of that, we can get some learning, we would stop there, and I would just try and discuss and convey those messages to you, and again then I continue with the story. So this is the idea. Some stories can be little bigger, we can divide it into multiple videos. Nevertheless, let's see that this is a kind of an experiment I'm trying to go through with my book, and I hope like you guys find it interesting to listen through. And if there is something which you would like me to change in the following videos, you can always get back to me, connect with me, and we can have a different way to narrate this story. So this is chapter 1, and I'll just start reading, and let's start video 4 and the first week after the Diwali. So this is chapter 1. The title is The Last Summer Rain. I have tried putting in tags and captions at the beginning of each and every chapter, which sets the momentum for the story to follow. So same here in chapter 1. The tagline is, the caption is, "Not all the things around the world look same with different eyes. Everyone has their own perception, notion, and intention to look at the things." Very true. It was probably the last summer rain of 2014 when I fell in love with the idea of monsoon showers. You know, things seen poetically are much more beautiful than they actually are. As the first droplet paves way for the end of scorching heat of the summer, it stimulates a paradise of peace to every life on the earth. There is no doubt about the fact that romanticism blossoms with rains every year. But did you ever experience how rain influences our emotions? I mean, falling in love without actually falling in love with someone. So friends, this is a story about a little girl. Her name is Ishani. We are going to go through her life story, and of course it's full of messages. And it's a beautiful story, and definitely it will touch your hearts. Ishani was 3 years old when she lost her parents, Aman and Asha, in a major accident. Being a young toddler, she wasn't aware that from then on she had to live a life of her own decisions. She had to give way to her life. The fact about such situation is that either children without parents get themselves a stable life with some timely help, or they just end up exploiting themselves to no extent. Ishani's teenage years were spent with her relatives, who unfortunately took advantage of Ishani and disturbing her mentally. With the passing years, her tolerance level exploded, and one day she decided to run away from her relative's place. Ishani had no idea what was waiting for her in life in the next coming years. Due to lack of money, she had to leave her studies, she had to leave her school. Though she got a job and place to live, but the group of people she selected to spend her life with had no particular paths to be followed. With the passing days, drugs and alcohol became her way of life. Ishani turned into someone her parents never wanted her to be. She did ask for help with her relatives. "Hello, Aunt Anjali," Ishani this side. I need some money. Can you please help me? I don't know any, Ishani, and don't try to call me again or I'll report to the cops, came the reply. Relatives too left her alone in this big unknown world. She did not have any purpose to survive. Lack of necessities made her so helpless that streets became her home and food leftovers were her one-time meal now. Life can turn into a terrible phase in no time if you lose the seriousness of living it. We'll stop here, my friends. This is a story about Ishani, and as you just listen through, a small girl lost her parents when she was very small, and she had no support system. She was with her relatives, but she was being taken advantage of. She did not have enough studies. She did not have a place to stay, place to live, no roof above her, and no food. So friends, the story has begun, which definitely makes us think. In life, the parents, our support system, very close friends, very close relatives. But that support system is so very important. God forbid if something happens, such kind of a tragic incident happens in anybody's life, without the correct support system, it is impossible to survive. We need to understand that when we are passing through our lives, we need to build such kind of a very cozy and very cordial support system, so that in case of such tragedy, our next generation has got some guidance, some guardians who will come. That is a message which I felt needs to be understood, needs to be conveyed. Now we proceed further. One fine day, while searching for a shadow to sleep, Ishani saw Monica teaching a group of poor children. Beside her there was a banner. If you know the value of knowledge, come and join us. There was this girl, Monica, and she was teaching a group of poor children roadside. And fortunately, Ishani had her eyes on that particular event, that particular scene. And this was probably an opportunity for Ishani to change her sorry life into something productive, meaningful and lively. After the class, Ishani went to Monica and asked her, Didi, can I join your class? I know the basics, I've studied little bit, and I promise I'll learn whatever you teach me. Please add me to your class. Looking at Ishani's condition, Monica immediately realized that Ishani needed special attention and support. She needed healing. Monica could not stop herself and asked Ishani to join the class from the next day. This was a blessing for Ishani, as now she could live a life of love and respect. A girl who always looked for a purpose to survive now had hope and a way to follow. But you have to pay me a fee, Monica replied. I don't have anything for you, Didi, Ishani said with a gloomy look on her face. You can just pay me by reciting a story of your life after every class, will you? Monica asked with a sweet smile, putting her hand on Ishani's head. I will, I promise thee, Ishani assured, and her eyes were shining. We stop here, friends. Now here, if you can relate, or if you can find a message that a girl who was passing, she was basically tormented. She was passing through a very, very bad phase of her life. But when she saw that there is something she could do to change the course of her life. She had that curiosity to learn. She had that will, the willingness to survive, the willingness to improve her life. And then she approaches Monica that please help me, make me learn something, and I'm sure I'm going to help you. See, this is a kind of curiosity, the willingness, the hope which everybody needs to look for in life. And not all the people in the world treats you badly. There are people, this shows that the hope is always there, and there are people who is always going to support you, always going to understand you and help you to recover from the mess which you are in. So friends, this is I'll just try and complete the part of the story for this video with the last paragraph. And as the days passed, Ishani started healing. Monica helped her to live a life of abundance. Turning into an adult, Ishani faced a lot of physical changes too. Monica helped her to adjust to everything. Monica was now no less than a mother to Ishani. So friends, we stop here the story. This is just halfway down the line for this story. This is all for today, and I hope that you learned, you enjoyed listening to the story the way I have tried envisioning it for you. If there's something we can change, of course I would be very, very happy to accept and to really get that kind of feedback from your side. So by the time I come next weekend, till then, goodbye and enjoy your weekend. And please do connect with me if you really loved it, and whether it was able to excite some kind of curiosity to move further for this story. Thank you very much and have a great day.